in, Craig's in. I think that's it. Okay, gents, thanks for joining us again. Sorry about the late rush, but I suppose we couldn't control that too much. We've got Edgar online. Floor is open.
Edgar, maybe I'll kick off. The press release that came out now just said with a view to either postponing or another date or a different opponent. Maybe you can just give us a bit of clarity there, what's being looked at.
Yeah, Brendan, thanks. I think the positive thing out of that press release that we saw is that they are looking at a postponement. Obviously, we need to look at dates that's going to fit both the British Lions as well as the Currie Cup schedule that's been put out and how we can shuffle that around. So there's no further clarity around that currently, unfortunately. But I think the good news for especially the players is that currently it is a postponement and not a cancellation.
Edgar, I suppose that sorry, Ken. I suppose that not only, well, primarily it is about the safety of the players and officials, but there's also a commercial aspect around this matter as well. And how much commercial pressure do you have to continue and to play this game a little bit later, or what alternatives are there?
Yes, look, I think you summed it up perfectly. I think obviously, firstly, we need to look after the players and make sure they're safe and healthy. Obviously, for South African rugby as a whole, I think it's important that all the tour games goes ahead. There's obviously commercial value around every game, and broadcasting rights and all that sort of thing around every game. So look, obviously, we're going to try and make it work as best as possible and make the game happen. If it can fit into the schedule.
Edgar, you mentioned, I mean, obviously the Lions are looking at their schedule, but you mentioned the Currie Cup schedule as well. Yeah. Will this fixture take precedence over a Currie Cup fixture, for instance? Otherwise, I'm not sure how where are you guys going to find a window to fit it in otherwise?
Yeah, look, Ken, that's a good question. It's I can't really answer that. I don't know. I mean, I think the short answer is there's a Lions tour comes around every 12 years, but the Currie Cup has got lock points, so it's a tight balance between the two. But I'm sure as a whole and as a collective with all the other franchises, I'm sure we can make something work in terms of the calendar.
Edgar, maybe just tell us about the guys who have tested positive going into the bubble, obviously. Why is that bubble so short? And maybe just give us a bit of clarity of what the procedure was there, because I think that's a lot of people's questions outside.
Yeah, look, I think the bubble was initially planned for 10 days and got changed to 5 days. Look, again, I think it's around movement in the hotels. There's obviously only so many hotels that the teams can stay with, and with the Sharks also playing in Johannesburg this week. Yeah, look, the 5 days in effect is sufficient. I think obviously the guys tested positive on Saturday already, 2 guys. So even if you were in a bubble, the effects might have even been worse. So. Look, it's a balancing act, and there's obviously no right or wrong answer in this, But I think, yeah, the fact that we must get the players healthy and ensure their health is point number one.
Edgar, perhaps a comment on. Sorry, Ken, I'm just jumping in any time. Sorry, can I just go? Edgar, while I'm reading on the press release as well, I see Yuri has also come aboard from SARU. Now, there's an axe and gravel out there on comment on Yuri. Why did SA Rugby not plan properly? Stuff like that. It should have been isolated and ideas given play the games in Cape Town. I suppose if you have a comment on that, it probably goes both ways. Yeah. Nobody knows about or knew about the Delta variant that would have caught us off guard.
No, exactly, Simon. I think, I mean, the amount of work that's gone in from SA Rugby's side to just make this tour happen together with Surrey is unbelievable. You know, you can't really fault them on that. I don't think anybody could have planned for this Delta variant and how contagious that has been over the last few weeks in Gauteng. You know, but I mean, it'll be. I can't imagine anybody being able to fault the work that SA Rugby's done. I mean, it's been impeccable in this very trying times. I mean, since the pandemic started April last year, if you just look at the amount of rugby we've actually been able to play through all of this, is actually unbelievable. You know, so no, we have to. I mean, even with this latest outbreak in our system. I mean, they turned every stone to try and still make the game happen. So, yeah, I can't fault them on anything.
How's it, Edgar?
Just on the unfortunate players, are any of them badly sick or they're all asymptomatic?
No, there's a few that's asymptomatic. One or two has got light symptoms, but nothing too serious at this stage, Ken.
Edgar, on that point, it was reported, or it has been reported, that the whole squad and the management were vaccinated even before they went to Italy. Is this the case that these players still tested positive after they were vaccinated?
Yeah, look, some of the players that was tested positive now was vaccinated. I just think it goes to show that obviously the vaccination doesn't give you 100% protection. Obviously, it will lighten the symptoms, you know. So, I mean, I think that's been said all along. I'm unfortunately not a medical doctor, so I can't really comment on that. But the reality is, I think, I know that some of the players that test positive was vaccinated.
Edgar, if I could just ask, I don't know if you'd be able to really answer, but if the Boks can't warm up against Georgia on Friday and the British Lions can't warm up against the Bulls, how much do you think will impact the integrity of the tour and the test matches when that comes around?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think Craig, there's still a few weeks to go before the first test match. I think there's more than enough time for both teams to prepare. Obviously, there hasn't been word on the Georgian test match if that's going ahead or not. I think for the Springboks planning, it will be quite important that they do get a match or two in before the test series. Obviously, the British Lions have still got the Sharks to go, SAA to go, and the Stormers to go, as the very least, and hopefully us. So I think in terms of their prep, it'll be fine.
Goeiedag sê Edgar, positief Jan van Enies. Meneer Rathbone, sou jy omgee skip op Afrikaanse vraag asseblief?
Nee, is reg, positief.
Edgar, baie dankie meneer. Kan ek begin met die begin af gou vinnig? Edgar, kan jy my gou vinnig net help gou? En ek het respek daarvoor. Jy sê jy is nie 'n mediese dokter, so ek het heeltemal begrip daarvoor. Wat is die protokol nou weer? As enige iemand, as 'n Suid-Afrikaner positief toets, het dit 'n sportmens, hoe lank moet daai persoon in isolasie bly, meneer?
Percy, dis 10 dae. En dan sit vir 'n sportsman is dit dan nog 7 dae vir return to play. So dit kan in effek 17 dae wees. Maar obviously die 7 dae wat return to play is nie in isolasie nie. Dis terug op die oefenveld, jy weet. So en ons doen alle toetse op die spelers as hulle terugkom in terme van hulle hartfunksionaliteit en longkapasiteit en al daai tipe goed, jy weet. So party spelers vat dit langer, party spelers bietjie korter, maar ja, dis maar min of meer die guideline.
17 dae as ek reg. Word hy reël streng toegepas, meneer? Op internasionale vlak, op die vlak wat julle speel?
Ja, kyk, ons het al die spelers wat ons nog so ver gehaal het positief getoets is volgens daai regulasies gedoen, jy weet. So jy kan nie regtig rondom met kom presies. Soos weer eens gesê het, jy weet. Daar's almal wil obviously rugby speel, maar op die einde van die dag jy moet seker maak die speler is gesond. Jy weet, daar het ons gesien Walt is nog baie langer as daai 17 dae uit gewees.
So 17 dae, waar as my wiskunde my nie steek laat nou nie. Julle het sê, jy's pas gesê in Engels, julle spelers het Saterdag positief getoets. Waar laat 17 dae pos? Is 17 dae nie binne die toetsreeks al nie?
Ja, kyk, dit is, maar ek meen die realiteit is Percy, dis 5 spelers, jy weet. So ek meen ons het 'n groep van 45. Jy weet, sodra die ander spelers negatief toets, beteken dit daai spelers wat nou positief getoets gaan heel moontlik nie teen die Britse Lions kan speel as daai wedstryd hergeskeduleer word.
Kan ek vra dan meneer Rathbone, waar dink julle moontlik en weer eens, ek het respek vir jou as jy nie meer 'n spesifieke antwoord kan gee nie. Ek weet nou juist dink in die skedule juist nou van die toeriste hier, so hulle speel môre teen die Sharks. Hulle sou aanvanklik Saterdag gespeel het teen julle. Volgende naweek, volgende Woensdag as ek dit reg gespeel het teen die SA span en dan gaan nog 'n wedstryd in die Stormers en dan begin hy 3 toetse teen die Britse en Ierse Lions.
Ja.
Waar dink u as die uitvoerende hoof van die Bulle, waar gaan spasie gemaak word vir julle om moontlike wedstryd in te pas daarin?
Percy, die opsie wat op die oomblik op die tafel is die Dinsdag voor die eerste toets. So ek meen of dis die eerste opsie. Ek weet nie of daar 'n opsie gaan wees tussen toetse nie. Ek meen ek dink dit nog nooit gebeur nie of nee, dit was verseker nie so op die skedule nie, maar jy weet moontlik soos sê, jy weet dit gebeur elke 12 jaar, so hopelik is daar kans.
Dan my laaste vraag aan meneer Rathbone in Afrikaans. Watter impak is dit vir julle nou enigstens, indien enigstens vir julle as die Global Rugby Unie dat daar nou die moontlik die wedstryd nou voorlopig uitgestel is nou?
Ja, presies, so ek sê, ek meen ek dink daar's kommersiële waarde op hele toer en die toer is 'n hoeveelheid wedstryde, so ek dink is nie net 'n impak op ons nie, maar as die hele industrie. Jy weet weer eens, ek dink dit gaan meer oor jy het 'n groep van spelers wat opgewonde was om teen die Britse Lions te speel en is 'n geleentheid wat heel moontlik net een keer die ouetjie se lewe deurkom. So ek meen dis amper die grootste teleurstelling in die ding, jy weet, finansiële goed kom en gaan, maar daai geleentheid as hy verby is hy verby ongelukkig.
Edgar, maybe just the last one from me. What are you guys going to do now in terms of, obviously those players have been removed from the group, but now for the rest of the players now, what is the plan for them? Are they going to be in a bubble till you find out, or what's the plan going forward with them basically?
Brendan, so we're going to start off tomorrow morning, bring everybody in, testing everybody again. Obviously, pending those results, we will see how the rest of the week goes. Hopefully, if everybody's negative, we can continue training and preparing for the Currie Cup fixtures that are ahead. And obviously, if there's further positive cases, we're going to have to work from there.
If you do, obviously, if that happens now, are you going to put players into maybe a longer bubble, or are you going to look at maybe doing the bubble differently if the fixture can go ahead for that Tuesday, as you say?
Yeah, I mean, Brendan, it'll in effect all depend on the Currie Cup schedule and when matches will be played. I mean, currently, as things stand, if we look at that Tuesday before the first test, I mean, we've currently got 3 matches scheduled for that week in the Currie Cup, so it'll all depend on how we can juggle those fixtures.
Edgar, kan ek 'n laaste vraag vra? Edgar, miskien ook in Afrikaans weer. Weer eens, ek vra alle vrae met die grootste respek en met grootste versigtigheid aan Edgar van ek begrip, jy praat namens die Global Rugby nie, jy praat nie namens of jy my korrigeer, jy praat nie namens SA Rugby nie. Sê gou vir my, by SA Rugby is Rassie redelik duidelik gewees. Hulle is baie openlik oor die identiteit van die spelers wat positief getoets is. Is dit die geval vir julle op provinsiale vlak? Het julle enige verpligting om julle spelers se naam bekend te maak? En die ander vraag wat ek egter wil vra is dat julle gaan natuurlik vir die volgende paar dae, het sê dit as hy wedstryd bevestig word vir die Dinsdag voor die toets, julle spelers word nog steeds toegelaat om oefenveld toe kom huis toe te gaan, Oevenveld huis toe te kom. Ek dink Brendan het die vraag gevra of die bubble storie aangepas gaan word. Ek verstaan ook in die verlede was baie gesê dat 'n bubble vir rugby gaan noodwendig werk soos met cricket werkie. Is julle dan regtig veilig met die feit dat spelers nog toegelaat word om in en uit te beweeg by oefenkampe?
Ja, presies,
Op
dis 'n
provinsiale
goeie
vlak.
vraag. Dis 'n goeie vraag, jy weet, op die einde van die dag, jy weet, dis ook baie moeilik om die ouens vir 'n lang tydperk in 'n bubble te hou, veral weer eens. Dis nie sê net maar, so ek sê, as die Currie Cup gaan voort, jy weet, ons moet in elk geval Kimberley toe reis, jy moet in elk geval Durban toe reis, jy moet in elk geval weer terugkom en teen die Lions speel, jy weet, so hoe effektief 'n bubble vir 'n lang tydperk gaan wees is moeilik om te bepaal. Jy weet, as dit is soos wat nou is die geval sou gewees het, dat jy die maandag ingaan, jy is 'n volle 5 dae in die bubble, dan maak dit 100% sin. Ja, ek meen dis baie moeilik. Weer eens is daar's om 'n hele hotel uitgeboek te kry net vir jou mense, almal in die hotel moet getoets word. So dis 'n baie spesifieke bubble wat moet gebeur. En weer eens vir die toer van die Britse Lions was dit so ingerig geweest, jy weet, so is bietjie makliker om 'n Engelse woord execute binne 'n toer soos daai as in 'n seisoen van 'n Currie-beker.
Edgar, last one from me. Percy, you finished?
Ek wil net vir Edgar gevra, as julle enige verpligting om julle spelers bekend te maak?
Percy, nee, wel, ek dink nie ons het 'n verpligting verseker nie, jy weet, dit is weet jy, ek dink almal het hulle Popia e-mails ontvang einde van die maand, jy weet, so ek dink nie dis uiters belangrik op die oomblik nie, jy weet, ek meen die belangrike ding is dis 5 ouens wat genoeg was vir die wedstryd om uitgestel te word. En uit die aard van die saak, dit bly mediese inligting presies, so ek sal met goedkeuring kry van die spelers om dit bekend te maak.
Edgar, last question from me. The reaction from the British and Irish Lions management. Obviously, there would be mixed reactions. The question that I have to ask is, do they foresee that this is going to be a problem that will be unmanageable in future for other games? Are they looking towards a cancellation of the tour? What do you get when you've spoken to them about obviously the disappointment that this game has been, let's call it postponed, but we know it has to be fitted in some way?
Yeah, Simon, to be honest, that's probably a bit above my pay grade currently. You know, I wasn't obviously not in discussions with the British Lions currently. That all happens at a SA rugby level and a Surrey's level. So it's really hard for me to say what their reaction is or will be. You know, I don't think. I mean, us testing positive is definitely not put the tour as a whole in jeopardy. And obviously the Sharks are already in the bubble and they're playing tomorrow night. And then, from what I understand, SAA and the Stormers match obviously in Cape Town. So with much lower numbers in the Cape, you know. So yeah, like I said, it's I wasn't part of the discussion, so it's really hard for me to comment on it.
Thank you.
Guys, if I can just ask a question to anyone who knows, basically. I was just thinking, back in 2009, the Bulls also didn't play against the Lions. Does anyone from that era, Brendan, maybe looking at you, or Chris, or Simon, does anyone, Edgar, you might be too young. I'm definitely too young to remember. Does anyone know why the Bulls didn't play back in 2009 either? I mean, it seems a hell of unfortunate.
I don't think it was part of the schedule, kid. I don't think it was scheduled at all.
Well, yeah, I know it wasn't part. Why wasn't it part of the schedule?
I think that's the answer, yeah.
I have no idea. So I can't remember to it.
Was it not because they got the Pretoria test and that was the way that they worked around
Could have been. It could have been.
Yeah, it's probably a reason, Morgan. But I mean, I think like the Lions got an Ellis Park test and the Lions played against them. So
SA
Yeah.
rugby question. SA rugby question.
Yeah.
Edgar, last one from me. How's your stress levels?
Brendan, I'm at the office at 7:30 at night, so
Don't feel bad.
I
We're
think
also
that
still
answers
working, Edgar.
hey,
We're also all
Okay,
still working.
I'm happy to see you still got beers. That's
Yeah.
you had a better space than us.
It could just on
I'll
that
send some
one.
to Loftus.
Just on that one, good question from Steen. What's the feedback from the players? Are they worried? Are they stressed out, or are they taking it in the stride?
Yeah, and Simon, I think the overriding feeling is obviously disappointment that the match couldn't take place now. You know, obviously there's a bit of hope that it'll still happen, but I mean, as I said earlier, it's probably a once in a lifetime match, and obviously we've built a lot of our sort of strategies, and even the jersey launch and everything has been built around this match and going back to '97, and that's look, obviously it's disappointing, you know. I mean, but you can't plan for these things. But I wouldn't say, I mean, their stress levels are. I mean, they've still got a job to do on the rugby field, and they'll get that opportunity, you know.
Edgar, jammer, ek het gesê gaan my laaste vraag vra. Ek maak klaar, ek gaan verklaar ek na die vraag, meneer. Kan ek net vra, Edgar? In julle verklaring sê julle van 4 spelers, dis 4 letterlik spelers en is geen bestuurslede dit nie. En die ander deel van my vraag is dat
ja, daar's 4 spelers en 1 bestuurslid en dan nog 'n speler wat 'n close contact is.
'n bestuurslid soos 'n afrigter.
Een van ons mediese span, Lucy.
Okay. Ek het 'n ander vraag wat ek net vra seker te maak oor is dat gestel julle suksesvol om daai wedstryd vir daai Dinsdag voor die toets te hergeskeduleer te kry, sou daai wedstryd dan moontlik in die Kaap gebeur of sal dit weer terug hier op Loftesversveld gebeur?
Ja, weer eens Lucy, dis eintlik nie 'n vraag wat ek 'n antwoord op het nou nie. Ek meen, as jy net logies daarna kyk op die oomblik as weer eens, ek het nou nie skedule voor my, maar soos ek het SAA is die Woensdag in die Kaap en dan die Stormers die Saterdag en die eerste toets in die Kaap, jy weet. So die Britse Leeu's is uit die aard van die saak in hulle bubble in die Kaap. So heel moontlik as daai wedstryd daai Dinsdag sou gebeur, dan sal dit seker heel moontlik in die Kaap gebeur, ja.
Baie dankie meneer Rathbone.
All right, gentlemen, let's try and get Edgar home at a decent hour.
Chanel, can you guys try and get the recording out as quick as possible if you can? Thanks. My dictaphone died on me.
I'm on it.
Thank
Baie
you,
dankie,
Chanel.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Chanel.
No rush, Sunil. I've got everything.
Second year we couldn't run comrades as well.
Thanks, Edgar.
All right. Have a good evening.
Thanks, Sunil.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.
Yes.